Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and having a really great day so far. If you're new here, hi, I'm Emma and I love to read and talk about books. In today's video, I'm going to be blindly choosing my May TBR. I've seen a few different creators do this video and I thought that I'd join in on the fun. Plus, I think that it's going to be really nice to have the decision of what to read taken out of my hands. I'll be drawing out numbers at random from my TBR jar and they correspond to the numbers on these wrap books on my cart. I normally read between 10 and 17 books a month, so I'm going to be choosing about 10 today, and then that'll give me a bit of flexibility for reading new releases and also a bit of mood reading throughout the month. So let's get into the video. Okay, I have my first one. And it's the number 13, which is this one here. I think I've wrapped these a little bit too well. The first pick of the month is The Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll, and this is a book that's been on my bookshelf for a really long time. I want to say at least 5 years or so, and that was one of the reasons I added it to my TBR cart, because it's going to force me into reading things that I wouldn't necessarily gravitate towards. And I know from the past, sometimes you find some really great hidden gems, and that might be the case with this one. I think it's more of a thriller, so a bit different from the romances and the romantices that I've been reading a lot recently, but I think it's going to break that up a little bit and probably nice to have a refresh and something a bit different. Okay. Next we have number 18. Ooh. Now, this is a book that I have been dying to read. I featured this in my new book haul, which was my last video. I will link that in the description box if you've not already seen it. But this is a book that is extremely popular on BookTok and BookTube at the moment. It is a two-part series. I do have the second book as well, so I am really looking forward to it. Oh, and I have forgotten to tell you what it is. It's One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. So thrilled about this one. Next we have number 8. American Dirt, and another book that's been on my bookshelf for a few years now. I think I do have the audio book for this, so it might be a nice one to sort of switch between the audio version and then reading as well. I think this is also a thriller. Don't know too much about this, haven't done any research on it or even read the back. I think I'm going to go into this completely blind, but again, a little bit different from the books that I have been reading lately. So I think, like The Luckiest Girl Alive, it's going to be a nice refreshing read for me. Number 27. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and I'm so happy that I've pulled this for my TBR this month. It's been a while since I've read any books by Kristen Hanna, but I am reading The Women at the moment, which is her latest release. I'm about 80% of the way through and thoroughly enjoying it. So I think I'm also going to love this story as well. I believe it was very popular a few years ago and it has won a few awards. So I'm expecting great things from this. She does write a lot of historical fiction, and I think this one is set in World War II. So again, another different book, but I very much enjoy her writing, and I think I'd better get the tissues ready. Okay, number 43. And I think that one might be on the back. Yep. Okay, so this is a hardback. I'm really, really happy about this one. So we've got The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith, and this is another book that I bought in my haul recently. It's a YA, I think romantasy, so it's not going to be heavy on the spice, we know this because it's YA, but apparently it's a really lovely story and I've been dying to read it. So although this is a fantasy book, I have heard quite a few people compare this to Bridgerton. On the back it says, when one makes a fairy bargain, one must be prepared to pay the price. And I will read a little bit of the blurb. So it says, England, 1848. The season is officially open and high society girls line up to bargain with the immortal Queen Moran for qualities that will win them suitors. A perfect smile for the loss of a finger, an exquisite talent for piano in exchange for one's happiest childhood memory. Ooh, okay. So again, quite different from what I've read before, but I am really intrigued to find out more, and I think, you know, this will probably be one of the first books I read in May. Number 34. The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and another book that I have bought recently in my book haul. Now this one I didn't know too much about, so I will read the back. It says, 6 months ago, Clementine West had the worst day of her life, so she came up with a plan to keep her heart safe. Stay busy, work hard, take no risks, and it's been working. That is until one day she finds a strange man standing in her kitchen, a man with kind eyes, a crooked smile, and a recipe for the perfect lemon meringue pie. The kind of man that before everything she would have fallen for. He's perfect, but for one thing, he lives in the past 7 years ago to be exact. This should be impossible, but Clementine used to love impossible things, and maybe, just maybe, she will again. So I think that sounds like a really lovely story, and I am fascinated as to how they're going to make that sort of time difference work. But yeah, happy to have that one on my TBR list this month. Okay, and then we've got 46. So 46. Belladonna by Adeline Grace, and this is another fairly new purchase for me. It was in my book haul video as well. I don't know too much about it other than the fact that the main character falls in love with death, so quite an interesting concept. I'm interested to see where they go with that, and I believe this is book one of a trilogy, so hopefully I like this one, and if I do then I can also pick up books 2 and 3. Okay, 32 is next. Okay, 32. Oh, okay, so this one is God of Pain by Rena Kent, and it's part of the Legacy of God series. It's a dark romance, and I have been dipping my toes into reading more dark romance over the last couple of years or so. I did read book 1 in April and I wasn't a massive fan of it. I think I rated it a 2.5 out of 5, but that was more because I just couldn't take to the main character. Because this book's part of an interconnected standalone series, we have seen glimpses of these characters in book 1, so this is Creighton and Annika's story. I definitely want to read all of the books to find out more. Some I'll probably like more than others, and hopefully I'll enjoy this one. $25. Which is this one. Oh, I think I know what this one is. This is Collide by Balkibar, and I'm really excited to have pulled this one out actually because it's a hockey romance, and I am really partial to a hockey romance if it's done well, so I've got high hopes for this one. My copy's from the works and it's got these beautiful sprayed edges, but it follows Summer and Aiden's story. I think I'm going to really enjoy this, and hopefully if I do, I think book 2 is already out and book 3 is due to be released later in the year. So fingers crossed I enjoy it, and then I can read the rest of the series as well. And my very last book is number 41. Oh, Addicted to You by Christina and Becca Ritchie. Now, this one is a reread for me. I read this series a few years ago now, but I really wanted to read it again. This book follows Lily Calloway and Lauren Hale's story, and both of these characters suffer with an addiction. Different addictions, but both of them suffer with addiction. Where it is slightly different is both of these characters come from families that are rich and famous. They both have family businesses where the brand is a household name, so anything that these guys do, it can be like a matter of public interest, and that obviously adds a different dynamic to their situation. I did really love this series. Of all the couples though, although I do like Lily and Lo, of all the couples, they are probably my least favourite, but very happy to reread it, and I hope that I enjoy it just as much the second time around. To give a quick recap on all the books that I've pulled out for my May TBR, we have The Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, American Dirt by Janine Cummings, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, Belladonna by Adeline Grace, The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith, God of Pain by Rena Kent, Collide by Balkibar, and finally Addicted to You by Becca and Christina Ritchie. And here they are all stacked up, and the pile does look massive when you see them stacked like this. But as I've said, I often read between 10 and 17 books a month, so it shouldn't be a problem for me to get through all of these. Comment below what you guys are going to be reading during May, because I would love to know. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video today. If you did, please let me know by giving the video a like. And if you want to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. But I would love to have you back. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Happy reading during May.